late since you heard from me, because it's been raining for days. Not one, not two, but 3 days. And if you know me, you know I actually really like the rain, because in Arizona, when it rains, it might at the most rain for, I'll give it an hour, but I don't think so. See that cannon sticking out that window over there? But down here, it has been raining for 3 days, which has made it impossible for me to see things. So I've been stuck in the rig or in shops, and I'm not trying to shop. But today, the rain has let up momentarily, they tell me, and I'm at Fort Pickens National Park. This is super cool, and I'm going to film inside. Ow! Dang it, I fell on a train track again. A couple weeks ago, too. Anyway, I'm going to film inside here. But what's weird is this lady said that a lot of people come out to this national park for the beach, but not many people come in to see the fort. Check this out. Is that not cool? And we're going to walk through it, and just so you know, walking through it is a little bit creepy, but cool. We'll go back into that cannon in a minute. We're going to circle around. But there's a map of it. It's huge. And then there's all kinds of buildings on the outskirts that I haven't gone in yet, but we'll go in them. But this one, I went in by myself first, because I've decided I'm going to enjoy things myself and then videotape them for you guys, because when I try and do them at the same time, I keep getting hurt, which I know isn't anybody's fault but mine, because I'm totally clumsy. But in here, it's wet and it's slippery, and like you just heard, I tripped over a train track. So I came through by myself first, and then I decided to come through for you guys. But some parts of it are a little bit creepy cool. Here is that big cannon again. Isn't that neat? I'm going to pause for a minute so I could take a picture. So what I've realized is with this phone, when I'm recording, I can't take pictures. It automatically shuts off. This shows you how the guns work, if you want to pause and read that. But with the other phone, it lets me take pictures while I'm recording. The other weird thing is the other phone, this phone, which isn't connected to any sort of service, it's my old phone. See? Check this out. We're going back in here. I guess I'll tell you about my phones later, because this is really cool. I have no idea what those little tunnels are for, but they're at the bottom all the time. And this is where that number 4 leads you to. This big building. Then you have to turn around and go back through there. And thank goodness. So about these lights. I was glad they put the lights in, but then I think the lights actually give it that creepy, either horror movie or mental hospital feel. I'm not sure which, but they definitely give it a creepy feel. Come out, and you go this way. Look through here. That leads all the way back to the shop where I got the brochure on the place, and it looks creepy in the camera. This leads to another room we'll go into in a minute. And then number 5 is closed because it's being worked on. See, there's a sign. But tell me that is not creepy. And I'll zoom into it for you. It's two tunnels. Let's go this way. Number 6 looks into that weird room. But this thing is huge, and it's a series of all different kinds of tunnels. And just so you know, this is not me shaking the camera. This is because I'm walking on this cobblestone, and it's completely uneven. And I'm concentrating more on my feet because I don't want to fall. Number 8 leads down here. See? They're all a bit creepy, and I don't know what these strange platforms are for. None of the signs explain those. I think they did, like this one sticking out here. See those? And then it sticks out there. And then, well, you can't see because of the light outside, but it actually goes over a beach wall. And I'll show you that outside. But the ones on the opposite side, I'm not sure what those are about. But this floor is so cool. It reminds me of some of the roads in New York. And then look at that. Creepy. But then it just stops. But see, here's the cobblestone. And it's totally uneven, so when I walk, it sort of gives a bounce. And I was going to use the, what the heck is that thing called? Selfie stick to record, because again, I'm the only person here. Is that not weird? I am the only person here. I was going to record with a selfie stick, but because last time it didn't make any sound, I don't want to use it, and I can't find the instructions. But look at this. This is like out the back of the first building we went in. And here's a close-up of the bricks. And that's the inside of the first building. And we're going to go into building number 10 over there. See? And I have to walk up this hill because I almost slipped in that water the first time I did it because it says to stay on the path. But I'm not staying on the path if I'm going to crash and burn. And see those steps over there? You can't climb up those steps and go look at the tower. We're going to go on some over here because that side I couldn't really see much. But on this other side, it gets you higher and higher. And then there's all these little chimneys. But this really is a cool place. And what I was doing was I left Alabama. I stopped driving yesterday after driving like 3 or 4 hours in Alabama because the rain was just too much for me driving. And I think it was too much for the rig. So I stopped and stayed one last night in Alabama, and I stayed at Rainbow, I have to pause to say this, Rainbow Plantation one of the escapees parks. I'm not so sure how I feel about those deals yet. They charged me $12, no big deal, for dry camping, and they told me I could only stay one night, even though, just so you know, there was a storm out. And they were storm warnings to keep off the road. I think they should have let me stay another night. I am going to have to call them out on that one. Because it wasn't like I was trying to pull one over or get some deal. It was still $12, but it was a pretty bad storm out there. Here's a gate down. But I stayed there. I met some very nice people there. I will say that. I mean, it was so bad that some guy gave me a ride to the shower. Because I was trying to walk in the store to the shower because I didn't want to move the rig again in this small park. But, whatever. I won't complain about that. Anyway, and because of that, I stayed in Alabama one more night. And then today, I decided to drive to Pensacola, Florida. And then, when I got to Pensacola, somebody told me about the national park at the very end. Anyway, someone had said something about me filming a lot of military stuff. I come from a military family, not my parents or any of my siblings, but grandparents, aunts, and uncles and stuff. But it just seems to be that I end up at a lot of these places and they just look cool. So that's why I'm filming them. Ironically, I think today is the day after Veterans Day. Of it is cool because we did have wars that did happen on this soil. And thank goodness not in my lifetime, and I hope not ever again in my lifetime. Look at that. So we're gonna go down and we're gonna go check out the black building, because that was also cool. It's also a fort, but it's built a little differently. I guess that's what makes it cool to me. Oh, but we gotta go see those other two guns too. See, there's a cannon up there, but down here there's two more guns. See, look at how steep these stairs are. I made it down those steeper than I'll get out stairs without killing myself. Going up, I can sort of record. Going down, it's when I crash and burn. But now we're in another tunnel. And this is the weird thing. I can't go up on that step of the tunnel because I hit my head in there twice. So we're going to go on the outside. And then we're going to go... This black one, just so you know, looks more evil than the other one. And again, I am not videotaping the whole place because I think everybody should come and see it. So I left a few surprises out. So if you're ever out on the Gulf, past Pensacola, at Fort Pickens National Park, come check this out. See, this looks like something that towed artillery. And then this looks like just a smaller type cannon. But they're actually in really good shape. So I think they've been refurbished. That's all I could think of for that. But the reason I wanted to show you guys this first, before I showed you the black fort, is first there's the RV, Schooniebird RV. Then there's where the gift shop in the National Park Center is. We went through that whole building. And look at this. Is that not freaky? Look at that. Now we're going in there. Da-na-na-na. I don't know why it seems creepier to me, because the bricks have like historical creepiness, but this black just makes it look like an evil fortress instead of a fortress for good. And I'm sorry that everything is totally shaking, but now I'm walking in sand. The struggles of life when you try to record stuff. But I'm pretty excited about this because when I get home, I get to show them all to my nephew. And later in life, I can show them all to my grandson. I can't show them to him now because he just won't get it. He's only one. I don't think he'll sit still for this nonsense. But Jackson, my nephew, he's 5, almost 6. I think he would think that it's cool. So we're going to go inside first and then up. It's just a straight white tunnel. It does remind me more of a prison or a mental hospital than anything else. See? Creepy. And you can't see anything but blackness. So I can't even show you the insides of these buildings. But see, doesn't it look like, here's a better view. It looks like prison gates. And bars on the windows and bars in there. But I guess bars keep people in as well as keep people out. It's just very interesting. You can see the room down there. But this whole thing is black. And she said back in the day it was black too. Because I thought it looked like it had just, maybe not recently as in this year, but recently been painted. And there they had weapons aimed at the beach, which is so weird to me because when you scroll around, there is a piece of the other fort. So I don't know how that worked. And then you can go up there. Well, you can't now, but they used to go up there to get to the guns that are on top so they could fire at the beach. But yeah, that thing's weird, but she told me it had guns in it. And it doesn't look like it would store guns because it's got like wheels to it. But see, there's another ladder going to the top, and they have them wooded off so we can't climb, which is probably good. And then I have no idea what this area was for.